Hello students, I hope you are all fine and in good health. In this audio presentation, I will be discussing a few important textual portions related with the third chapter from Vistas, and the name of the chapter is Journey to the End of the Earth, and it is written by Tishani Doshi. Now, before you read, there is something written. Let me first read it out. If you want to know more about the planet's past, present, and future, the Antarctica is the place to go on or to go bon voyage. That means if you are very much inquisitive, if you are very much eager, and if you are very much curious to know about the planet's past, present, and future, then Antarctica is the best place to go, because if anyone travels or if anyone travel to Antarctica, then obviously he or she can get the answer to Earth's to the planet's past, present, and future. So that is the intro part. Now, dear students, let's start with the text. I will be highlighting only the important textual portions. Now, early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel. The name of that Russian research vessel was the Academic Sokolsky. Remember, dear students, it's an experience that Tishani Doshi she is sharing with us, because she was also a part of that expedition. She was also a part of that journey. Now, that academic Sokolsky, that was actually the name of that Russian research vessel, and it headed towards the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world. And the coldest, driest, windiest continent of the world is Antarctica. So it was a journey that was conducted by this particular Russian research vessel, and Tishani Doshi, she was part of this major journey. My journey began 1309 degrees north of the equator in Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecospheres. So it was a very long, very tiresome, and a very tedious journey for the author Tishani Doshi. Why it was tedious? Because her journey started 1309 degrees north of the equator in Madras, and during the course of the journey she had to cross 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and 3 ecospheres. By the time I actually set foot on the Antarctic continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane, and a ship, journey of more than 100 hours. And it was a very tedious one, and it was a journey that was actually a combination of car, an aeroplane, and a ship. So after she landed and after she had set foot on the Antarctic continent, it was a exhilarating and a very thrilling experience for her. So my first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and profound wonder. Now, reaching that place was a huge relief, and looking all around that place, it was a very intense wonder for her. It was a great experience for her. Wondered at its immensity, its isolation, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. There was a time when India and Antarctica, they were part of the same landmass. It was millions and millions ago, and the author was totally surprised, wonderstruck to say precisely, by looking at the white landscape or the landmass and uninterrupted blue horizon. It was a clear blue sky, and Antarctica at that time, the day and the night both is to merge together in astral summer light. So it looks magnificent, to say the least. It was a very thrilling experience for the narrator Tishani Doshi. And we get to know from her that millions and millions of years ago, India and Antarctica, where they were both part of the same landmass. So, dear students, I hope you understood up to this. I am moving on to part of history, this particular segment within this particular chapter. Now, here we will get to know some of the geological information that is related with the landmass and how it changed and all this. So, dear students, let's continue. 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana, did indeed exist. And Gondwana existed almost 650 million years ago. There was no question of evolution of human beings at that time. Now, Gondwana was considered to be the supercontinent. And as far as the location was concerned, it centered roughly around the present day Antarctica. Now, if you want to know the location, now it centers roughly around the present day Antarctica. Things were quite different then, because as I told you all, dear students, human beings, they do not exist at that time. They came later. Their evolution was at a later phase. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene. As I already told you all, dear students, human beings haven't arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. Human beings didn't existed, and the climate was much warmer as compared to now. And not only that, there was a huge variety of flora and fauna. That means plant and animal kingdom. It is referred by flora and fauna. So during that time, the human beings, they haven't arrived on the global scene. And we get to know some more information from her, that the climate was much warmer. And not only that, there was a huge variety of flora and fauna. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived. But around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out or totally they became extinct, and the age of the mammals got underway. Now, after the wiping out of the dinosaurs, when the dinosaurs became totally extinct, at that time, that was almost 500 million years. Okay, Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were totally wiped out from the face of the globe, and at that time, the age of the mammals started. The landmass was forced to separate or segregate, as you can say, dear students, into many countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. Then, after that, with the wiping out of the dinosaurs and the emergence of the mammals, the landmass was forced to separate. Though for 500 million years, Gondwana thrived, but with the wiping out of the dinosaurs, the age of the mammals got underway. And the most important thing was that there was segregation, or rather to say separation of Gondwana, that giant supercontinent, the landmass of Gondwana. It was separated into many countries, and after that separation, or after that particular segmentation, or after that sort of division, the globe looked exactly the way it is now, okay, as we can see it right now. So this line is very important. The landmass was forced to separate into many countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today, and ultimately the globe shaping the globe as it is known today. That means the map that was created is exactly the map that we can see in the globe that exists today. Now, dear students, I'm moving on to the next important paragraph. But here, dear students, I might skip some lines, and I might focus only on the important parts. As I told you all at the very beginning of my this particular audio lecture session, to visit Antarctica now is to be part of that history, because ultimately, as in the intro part, it has been told that you can know about the planet's past, present, and also about the planet's future. So let me continue. To visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. Now, Antarctica will give us a fair indication that from which place we are originated, or from which place we came from, and which place exactly we are proceeding. Now I am skipping a bit. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can be pretty mind boggling. Now, obviously, if you get the answers that what might be the consequences or what might happen to this earth or this planet almost after a million years later, now, but if you can get the answer of that at the present moment, it is indeed very much mind boggling. Imagine India pushing a bit towards northwards and it is jamming against Asia. And at the same time, South America is also drifting off to join North America. And as a result of that, the Drake Passage is getting opened up. Now, ultimately, what is the consequence? Antarctica remains frigid, it remains isolated, it remains frigid, and it remains at the bottom of the world. So that can happen, that can happen at the very end. If our country India might be pushing a bit northwards against Asia, then South America might drift off to join North America, and ultimately it might open up the Drake Passage. And as a consequence, as I told to you all earlier, Antarctica might become a bit frigid, it can become a bit isolated, and the other important thing is that as far as the location is concerned, it can be at the bottom of the world. So, dear students, in this audio presentation, I stop right here. In my next audio presentation, I will be continuing from the next paragraph. Till then, kindly go through your text and possibly please go through this audio presentation also. I hope you will all like it. And if there is any doubt anywhere, kindly let me know about it. Thank you, students. Thank you all.